Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking to you about how to get what you want faster than ever before. That's right, today we're going to be talking about how to get what you want or to achieve certain goals or outcomes quicker than ever before. So the first key thing is we must assume responsibility, as always, for whatever outcome we have in life. If we have reasons or excuses as to why we're not getting the goal or outcome, you're actually reaffirming your present situation and keeping yourself stuck. For example, if you say, I want to earn $1 million, but the economy is not right, or because there's no opportunities in this certain career I'm in, then you're actually limiting yourself. There are many people in the world who find a way of getting to their goal. In fact, I remember listening to someone who said when it came to the economy crisis, he refused to pay attention to it. He refused to participate in it. Now that's very extreme, but very profound if you think about it. His mindset is, despite what's going on the outside, he's refusing to participate with it and instead put his attention where it needs to go. And you'll notice the biggest businesses or the biggest thought-provoking people will find a way to get what they want or to achieve a certain goal despite the circumstance. In fact, when we're unable to change the circumstance, we're challenged to change ourselves. Who said that? Viktor Frankl. Viktor Frankl was in the concentration camps and he went through so much. If you haven't read his book, Man's Search for Meaning, it's a mind-opening, mind-blowing. It's very hard in sense of it's a hard reading because of the experiences, but it's very profound because he said that sentence and many other great things. When you're unable to change your present environment or circumstance, you're challenged to change from the inside, okay? That's what it really means. We've got to refuse to participate with the outside world. We need to go ahead and take responsibility and do whatever it takes. That is the fundamental thing when it comes to achieving goals. No one's going to achieve this goal for you. You have to instigate it and make things happen. Now, the other thing is you have to have your mindset, your focus on the goal itself. And let me tell you why. Most people do not think of their goal. They actually think of not achieving their goal. They almost go, I don't want to be more in debt when it comes to wanting more money. If your goal or outcome is a relationship, but you're basing it on, I don't want another bad relationship, you're going to get another bad relationship because your focus is thinking of bad relationship or debt or whatever the example is. If you're thinking of all the things you do not want, you're actually going to get more of the same. Think about it. When I say the sentence, I don't want to be more in debt, the image that you create in your mind will be debt. So you need to be able to retrain your mind, and there's just conscious, simple work of focusing on what you want. It's almost, I love this metaphor. You get into a car, you turn on your satellite navigation system or your GPS. What's the first thing you do? You put in your destination. You do not put in all the things you do not want or all the places you do not want to go to, do you? That would be ridiculous. Why would you put all the destinations that you don't want to? Well, you wouldn't. But we tend to do that with our mind. And that sounds even more ridiculous to me. It makes sense because it's a protective mechanism. Well, if you're thinking, well, I don't want to be more in debt, you're saying I don't want that, but you're actually going to visit there. So you have to be clear on exactly what you want in the positive. If you're going for a goal, you actually think of what you want. The other question is we have to ask ourselves is, I know this is like a quick fire, but it's going to be really important. You've got to ask yourself the right questions. Rather saying, why am I like this, or why am I in this present situation? Once again, that gives you reasons. Instead, you have to ask yourself, how can I get closer to my goal? So rather why, which gives reasons, you're going for how, and that causes your mind to look for opportunities. This is just simple questions which get us quicker to our goal. Rather why, we ask, how can I get more money? How can I get that beautiful, wonderful relationship? And so on. The how causes your unconscious mind to seek out the how. If you're saying, why am I like this? Or why am I in debt? Or why do I have these bad relationships? It causes your unconscious mind to seek out reasons. So we really have to take responsibility. We've got to have that positive focus in as to where we're heading. Vitally important in getting goals. But the thing is, when it comes to goals, the pitfall can absolutely be self-sabotage. Now, self-sabotage comes from sometimes not thinking you're good enough or capable of achieving that big dream or goal. Let me give you an example. You have a goal to achieve $10,000 by this end of the month. It's possible, absolutely is. However, when you think about it, you have more doubt to that $10,000 than you do belief into it. If you have more doubt when it comes to your goal, you're going to self-sabotage. You're not going to hit that because the fear will creep in. So if you think of your goal right now, whatever it is, if you scale it out of 10 of how much fear or doubt and in comparison to belief, if you have far more fear and doubt when it comes to getting that goal, we have to definitely make some changes, because it's very hard, because you're going to get into all the reasons as to why, all the negativity, the doubt, if you have far more fear attached to that goal or doubt to that goal. We need to change that. So let's just say if it was $10,000 as your goal and you had lots of fear and doubt when it came to that, we have to make the goal smaller in a shorter period of time. So you think of an intermediate step, say like $500. When you think of $500, how much fear do you have out of that $500? It's going to be significantly less and probably absolutely believable. So then you go, I'm going to get that $500 now, and you achieve that $5. Then you go for $750, and you think $750 is easily doable because I've achieved 500s, and so on and so on and so on. That will cause you to build belief and momentum in getting that end goal outcome. Sometimes the goal we set are so far apart, it's too much of a bigger leap. So we must create these small intermediate steps in achieving our goal. Imagine like a hot tub. You're in a hot tub, it's a beautiful temperature, but way on the other side of the room, you want to get in the hottest one over there. But you know if you get out of that hot tub, right into the hot one, you're going to be jumping out of there because it's too hot. So what do? We create intermediate hot tubs, increasingly getting warmer and warmer, so you go from present one into the warmer one. Stay in there for a while, get into the warmer one, all the way up to the hottest one. That will train up your body to actually deal with the hottest one. And it's the exact same thing when it comes to achieving goals. If your goals are way far apart from each other and you think of them and there's so much doubt and fear and worry, you're never going to get there. You're going to self-sabotage and have too much fear. You're going to give up. So what you do is you come up with these intermediate steps which build momentum and growth. So when you're getting closer to that top one, it'll be so easily believable to get that 10,000. It will just happen naturally because you're completely aligned and congruent with that goal. So as I said, we must assume responsibility. We must absolutely have our focus on the right place, and also, as in the positive that is, and also we have to be able to sometimes break down our goals. And then finally, absolutely in every way, we must take action on them. If you believe in the law of attraction, great. If you believe in just meditating, that's great. I love meditation and so on. But if you're not applying action to your goals, you're never going to get there. So take inspired action in doing things to get closer. I say inspired because inspired makes you feel good. You've got to do things which make you feel good toward any goal or dream. If your goal was to get into a relationship and you thought, I'm going to go to speed dating, but absolutely hated the idea of speed dating, you're really not going to be motivated to go to those places and then find a relationship. So you find out the things which make you feel good along the way to that goal. When you do that, you're going to be thinking of wonderful ways of getting there. You're going to be doing exciting ways. So it's not a chore, it's not a worry, it's not something that you do not want. You're doing inspired things to get to that goal. That is another great way. And then finally, absolutely a great final piece of information when it comes to achieving goals is to go ahead and keep your feelings in check. What do I mean by that? I believe whatever you want in life wants you too, but you have to match the same frequency of what you want. So if you want abundance, you have to get your mindset into an abundant way of thinking and feeling. That means you'll be aligned. If you want a better relationship, you need to change your frequency, your thoughts, your feelings into what a good relationship is. So you carry out those values on a day-to-day way that causes you to feel like that. That will allow you to be in sync with the right person. Whatever you want to make sure that your feelings are attuned with how it feels to achieve that goal. It's almost like a radio station, or a radio for that matter. Are you tuning in to the station or the thing that you want in every way, or are you tuning into a station that you do not want? So you really have to fine-tune your feelings, your frequency to what you want. When you put yourself in a state of gratitude, thankfulness, and also of what it will be like to achieve that goal, you'll be totally aligned in getting to that goal. But if you're tuning into doubt, scarcity, fear, and so on, you're never going to get there. So it goes back to the focus, it goes back to taking action, it goes back to taking responsibility, it goes back to taking the simple steps to build belief. You just have to tune in to what you want. And I really know that that's when goals begin to happen. Why? Because I do this every day. I achieve my goals predominantly, and sometimes I've got to even up those goals to get even bigger successes in whatever it is I'm doing. I don't say that to impress you. All I'm saying is this slow guy who dropped out of college learned that if you do these principles, if I can do it, you can absolutely do it, even quicker than me, I'm sure. So go ahead and take a note on each one of those. Replay this video, so that means you can actually make the notes and also make sure you can start to apply them. If you do that, you're going to make some wonderful changes. And finally, when you go to your goal and things aren't happening, learn from each mistake, learn from each so-called failure. Those learnings will allow you to grow and do more and be more in every way. There's no such thing as failure. There's no such thing as messing things up if you learn from it. If you learn, you grow, and the next time you take the action, you refine yourself toward that end goal. So have the most wonderful day, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Many thanks and goodbye.